We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st and 10, Winston being chased out left. That catch good for only a couple.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott eluding the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. They go play action. Winston rolling to his right. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. Off the draw, here's Michel. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Prescott now. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Winston. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Forced out to his left. And Winston lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually. And they'll hold on to the football as well. Now a handoff here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Off the play fake, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Hopkins. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Again to Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Elliott running right. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Steps away. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. The give is to Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try to throw now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. He finds Hopkins complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up close.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They start on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. So they go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there, with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of... And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Final minute now of the third quarter. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and goal. Winston. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. To throw is Winston. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. first down throw for Prescott. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking downfield for Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Chris Jones on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Prescott. Caught by Jones. And is that Jones, the one slow to get up? Yes, Julio's still down right now. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 3rd down, Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Demario Davis there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Williams. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
To about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Returnable for Lockett. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
One last shot now for Prescott. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals.